welcome back to another wonderful episode of Dad Dimes. This is episode number 6. I am DJ, and that is Justin over there. And once again, I am the overweight drinker, and Justin is the wonderful, magnificent drinker as well.
I mean, yeah, we try to enjoy some time here. We're having some good times here. We're episode 6. I wouldn't even say overweight. I would say way less than fluffy.
I'm pretty buff, so my muscles hide a lot, but you know.
Layer upon layer of dormant muscle is what I've been told.
Just waiting to be awoken.
Just waiting to get woke.
Yeah. That's why my nickname in high school was the Kraken.
Ooh, release the Kraken. I like it.
No, it wasn't, but that would have been cool.
Well, we can talk about nicknames in our next episodes, because we're doing the whiskeys. We're doing the On the Rocks. That's what we're doing right now. Dad Dimes On the Rocks, which means that we're doing some bourbon reviews, whiskey reviews. We have all kinds of fun stuff. But tonight we're doing another great bottle, which I'm going to have you tell us about here in just a second. But as we continue to expand, we're going to be doing some other discussions, bringing in some guests, and really seeing what we're doing as a Dad Dimes Nation. Dad Dimers is what it has now been termed or deemed. Yeah. I hate getting labeled, but if you're going to get labeled, at least it's going to be something cool, right?
Yeah, I guess it's not labeled, but I think we talked about it, random searches at like Walmarts and stuff.
You know, when you go to Walmart and you're hearing about the old Dad Dime Nation and being a part of the Dad Dime Nation and being one of our buddies and being a Dad Dimer, congratulations, you're part of the family. I love it.
When you get racially profiled, you know you're a dimer.
You know you're a dimer. It's better than all kinds of the other things out there. I mean, I'd rather be I know where my age bracket is. There's millennials, there's boomers. I'm a dimer.
Yeah. You could be on Cat Williams' shit list, huh?
Either am already or soon to be, but we're going to get there.
Yeah.
But tonight we're talking about a Widow Jane, aged 10 years in American oak barrels. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. Well, Widow Jane is it's a 10-year.
It's a 10-year.
Aged in American oak. But it's out of a distillery in New York, I believe. What makes it special is they get different whiskeys from around, kind of like the orphan casks.
Yeah,
right?
they bring the orphans together.
Yep,
An orphan party. And
what they do is they mix some limestone mineral water with it from the famous Rosendale mines of New York. So that's what makes theirs unique and special. It's about it's 45.5% alcohol by volume, 91 proof.
Okay. So a little bit less than our last bottle and the Gunslinger. And I think we're getting a little bit deeper into this bourbon process because Widow Jane actually advertises that they go out and curate barrels from around the nation, and they find the ones that they want to have specifically for their brand. They bring it together, and there's a certain word that they craft it. No, it's not craft. What is their word? They do something really cool. They get it out of Red Hook, or that's where the distillery is in Red Hook, which is in Brooklyn. Yeah,
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
And they add their water, their taste to it, and at some point they do advertise that they are going to make everything in house. But one of the things that we were talking about with Gunslinger is, they say that there is all of their bourbon is aged to a certain amount, but that certain amount of years really does not match how long they've been in business. So if they're talking about a 13-year aged process, but they've only been around for 8 years, that makes no sense. These guys over at Widow Jane, they're like, yeah, no, we go out and we find these barrels and we put it all together. We're doing some distillation, and at some point we're going to be able to age our stuff to the brand that we want it to be. But starting out, we don't just come up with 10 years. It doesn't just magically appear. So I really appreciate the transparency from Widow Jane.
Absolutely. And as a plumber, I've heard a lot of good things about New York water. A lot of people say as well that's why New York pizza is the best, is because the water there is so much better than the rest of the country that it adds a unique flavor to pizza doughs and
okay
as well. So.
I'll tell you, the purest water is from glaciers, but if you're getting the glacier water, it's not from a glacier because there's only so many glaciers, and to melt all of them would kill us all. So, but water's where it's at. Tennessee whiskey, Jack Daniel's specifically, comes out of their streams, and all the things that they have going on there. We posted one of their water lines on one of the socials. All of the socials, I'm assuming. And they try to replicate that in different states. And they're saying, can we do another Jack Daniel's distillery in a different state? And they were trying to replicate the taste, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
They said it really does come from our spring. So that's where, that's flavoring is a big deal. They said in Widow Jane that they proof it to a certain, for every rare straight bourbons, only ever in 5-barrel batches. So there's 5 barrels that go into this 10-year, and it says that it is assembled. That is their word. It's like Avengers Assemble. That's what they're doing here. They're assembling this product in their distillery, bottling it, and shipping it out. And honestly, I think it is worth our time here on the Rocks.
Yeah.
So
this is batch number 990, and out of 990, it's bottle number 793.
Okay.
Which is a good year,
Which year is that?
93.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about 793, but 93 was a good year.
Let's see. 1776 would be the birth of the nation, so 700 would probably be, a lot of, before the colonial insertion, before you get inserted. All right,
Some people like to be inserted, some people don't.
Let's get some flavors here. What do we got here? Let's pop that cork. Ooh, love that sound. What's the smell? What do you have as the scent base?
Here's this.
Well, I gotta have the bottle.
Yeah.
All right. So something fun.
It smells like limestone. Oh, wait, no.
So take the aroma in with your mouth closed. All right? Pull it away. Breathe in some of that nice stagnant air that we have in the studio. Now, open your mouth.
It smells like Chandler in here.
That's because the dog is my coworker here. Open your mouth. Do the same aroma.
It's definitely a different aroma that you get from...
You're pulling a different scent. All of a sudden, you're getting a little bit of your taste buds in there, and it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, pouring it out. There's that spring. So, what flavors are you getting?
I'm not sure. You let me know.
Well, as with most bourbons, you get a strong vanilla. That's that white American oak, right? We're pulling out those flavors out of that profile. Where do you get a charred barrel from? A charred American oak barrel? Do you know the name of the place?
You go to the Charred American Oak Barrel Company and you submit it, and I believe it's like I have no idea.
It's called a cooperage.
Cooperage, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so they put all of the staves in place. They char in in-house, and then they ship out those barrels worldwide. You have to get them from a cooperage. There is a profession of being a cooper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you're crafting these things together, and it's a profession.
I'm close. I work with copper.
Coppers and coopers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the old term for a police officer as a copper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Listen here, copper.
Listen here. You know where that comes from?
No.
The badges on the original police officers were made out of copper.
Oh, and some idiot was like, "Oh, look, that's copper."
Oh, here comes the coppers.
Yeah,
and then we know. So I got some vanillas. I got a little bit of cinnamon.
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 Cinnamon. You said it wrong.
Cinnamon. That's delicious. It says that you can pull nutmeg out of it. I've never been able to really distinctly pull the scent of nutmeg.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what the hell nutmeg smells like.
Well, maybe we need to go hit the spice cabinet at some point.
Can't you get, what is it, arsenic from nutmeg?
And that's what killed us. Dad Dime's final episode, they were out there sniffing some nutmeg and got too much arsenic.
The wrong kind of booger sugar.
Oh, we're going to be talking about some of that going on here in a little bit.
I know.
But not the depth of drug dealing, the depth of the Taco Belling. But before we do that, I'd like to get at least one taste in. Let's do it. What are your thoughts?
For it being a low proof, it's pretty...
It's spicy. It's a little hot.
Yeah. What's that, ethanol?
Ethyl methyl dethyl.
That's unleaded? That's a Cat Williams skit as well.
Cat
That is
Williams.
spicy than a motherfucker.
Mother. Alright. What are you pulling out of that? I will tell you, I taste this. I taste cherry. I get that. I can actually get the... Excuse me. That's smooth.
I could taste the burning.
Taste the burning.
I guess that would be cinnamon.
That could be a little of that cinnamon, some cherry. There are some notes of orange. You know, they claim there's some maple in there. They claim almonds. I love almonds. I don't taste almond in
I don't
this.
taste almonds either.
But it's good. Now, granted, I did not sip. I took a little bit too much.
A gulp.
A gulp of Widow Jane is the reason why we have widows.
Yeah.
Probably killed you. But it's good.
Yeah.
So where are we finding Widow Jane at?
I mean, I've seen it. Apple Jacks, Dave Co. Just random liquor stores.
Okay.
I don't know all the other liquor stores just say liquor on them, so I don't know their names.
Liqueur.
Yeah. As my dad used to say, I'm going to head to the LQ. But
see you in a week. My dad went to the liquor store. My dad went out for a pack of smokes. 2 weeks later, found him again. We're good. He's back. I like it. I think that the initial flavors on the palate are phenomenal. But I do want to get into a couple things. Back to your drug dealing days, drug receiving days, or how does that work? Because you had an experience where you did like a drug pass recently from one of our lovely restaurants. I mean,
I was just going to get food, right?
Okay, yeah, tell us about it.
Going to the old Taco Bell over here.
TB.
And order our food. Look in the bag. They didn't give us no hot sauce packs, right? So I'm like, hey, can we get like a couple handfuls of sauce? The kids like the mild. I always get fire.
Sauce is where it's at.
She hands me these dime bag full, not even full. There's like 2 in each little baggie. I'm like, doesn't King Super charge 10 cents for these bags? And she's passing it out to me like it's a secret and like she's dealing drugs, but it's like 2 sauce packets in there. I'm like, you can't just give a handful? Like, I spent $35 there and I got 6 packets of hot sauce.
6 dime bags. 6
packets, because in each dime bag there was only 2, and she gave me three dime bags.
3 dime bags of sauce.
So, I mean, it doesn't come out of their checks. Like, why do you got to be so frugal about your hot sauce packets? And then you got to like make me feel like I'm got to watch for cops when I'm getting the bags.
You're going through the drive-thru and they're like, whoa, why do you have these small little baggies all throughout your car?
Yeah.
Listen, man, I was just having lunch.
Go to Taco Bell, ask for sauce.
Ask Sophia at Taco Bell, tell her to give you the good stuff, and she'll give you the dime bags of hot
I was
sauce.
like, whoa, I have my son in here, you know?
This is weird.
Yeah, awkward.
Awkward. So, it feels as though a lot of these places are starting to transition into practices to which you would look at them and you'd be like, oh man, this is kind of weird. So Subway does that whole little new thing where there'll be a question on the screen, and we've talked about this before. They'll be like, "Yeah, man, you just got like a question. Like if you're willing to just like answer the question, we could finish this." And it's for a tip.
Yeah.
And we did the same thing at the coffee shop. I forgot the name of the favorite coffee shop that I donate a lot of money to. Which one is that?
Dutch Bros?
Dutch Bros, there it is. So, I don't donate. It just all of a sudden leaves the account crazy. But they do the same thing. Hey, for us to finish this off, if you just, answer this question, and they like slide the tablet over to you, make it as shady as possible to shake you down for a little bit extra cash. Now Taco Bell's in the game now. They're giving you the old dime bags of the hot sauce. Yeah. But, I mean, really, it just depends on how much you're giving them for them to get you back. So it's getting a little shady these days.
I mean, they up their prices, so everything's stupid expensive. Yeah. So now for, I don't know how much. We got, 8 things and it's $35? Are you
$35?
This is ridiculous. This is an outrage.
Call your senator right now at 555. No, but actually I heard a podcast on this not too long ago, and it was saying that, fast food used to be easy and cheap, and that really went down to the American people that are hardworking, don't have a lot of time because they're working every single hour in the day, and they need to at least eat something to get them back to work. And the thought process was, if it was like a 50-cent burger or $1, that had a lot of appeal to the working class. The price on these things are now close to the price of going to a restaurant and sitting down and actually having, the next level of sustenance. But no, you're still having to pay for it just to get like 9 tacos. That's crazy.
And for them to fuck up your meal. They don't even give you what you ordered. Hardly ever.
So before we get back to the whiskey, there was a time I went through the drive-thru for my kiddo to get a kid's nugget meal. She wanted some nuggies. I'm like, I'm going to go get you some nuggies.
Nuggies are good.
I went to get the nugget meal at the old Wendy's. Get home, open the bag, and there's like 2 nuggets in a 5-nugget box. I'm not saying the job's hard, man, but come on. 2 nuggets.
Can't count to 5? Hold your hand up.
Couldn't make it to 5. And I'll never forget my wife looking at me and being like, "What, you didn't check?" I was like, "It's like 5 nuggets in the kid's fryer. Do I really have to check?" I learned something new that day. A, my wife's always right because I know she's listening. And 2, or B, if we're going in chronological order, always check the box because you might not get enough nuggies.
That was Ralph, and he's now at your local penitentiary.
Or he came from your local penitentiary. This could have been the out the pen job and trying to figure out exactly how many nuggies you need. So we're going back to the Widow Jane. This, honestly, as it starts to settle a little bit in the chest, things are warming up. I'm liking the warmth. It's nice. I kind of want to open up the essence by adding a little bit of ice.
I agree.
We're going to go on the rocks. What are your thoughts? Is it time?
Time for rocks. It's still a little hot for me. Neat. It's not. I'm not a fan of this one. Neat.
Rocks time. Ooh. That sounded good, right?
Yeah. Daddy likes.
So much. So we're going to do a little bit of dilution. You're going to open up the flavor profile. You can actually see it. You can't see it because you're listening. But we do have photos up, and we're going to have some videos up. We're getting closer to the studio. We're talking about the studio. We're doing some designs on the studio so we can actually do the video lives.
We're just waiting for the stripper poles to be installed, right?
You say stuff like that, and then all of a sudden things start showing up on Amazon, and they're there.
That leads into our OnlyFans, where I'll be stripped. No.
In the studio.
In the studio.
Anything for $1. But I'm still not dancing on TikTok. The socials are doing pretty well. We are on the socials. We got the TikTok, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah, so don't forget to come and check us out on Dad Dimes. Dad_Dimes for some of them. Dad Dimes for the rest. We're on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, iHeart,
Google.
And Google.
We're on Twitch at JB Dad Dimes, DJ Dad Dimes.
Yeah, we got to up our Twitch games. That's the next thing, is producing a lot more Twitch content. Actually, we can promote our live stream podcasting on Twitch through OBS. Whole thing. It's going to be great. We're getting there. We're looking forward to it. The more likes, follows, and subscriptions that we're getting, the more that we can invest time, energy, and effort into this project. So we have a little bit of dilution. What are you thinking? Oh, that mellows it down, cools it down.
That's much better.
And I like it a lot more.
Yeah. It's better. Not necessarily one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Okay, so we're number 6, episode 6. We have went through Calumet, 16, State 38, Jack Daniels Sinatra Select, E.H. Taylor, Gunfighter 13, and now we are on Widow Jane. Where would you rank Widow Jane on the 6 that we've done so far?
For me, I'd rank it 6th.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, it's not my favorite. Maybe it's because I just had Taco Bell.
But you just had a bad experience, and now you're having a hot experience with Widow Jane. I like it. I don't know where I would put it on the profile there. I will tell you, I'm enjoying it, and I don't know if I'm enjoying it because I'm doing some Dad Dimes on the Rocks reviews with my buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Something to look forward to every Wednesday. Or, is it the flavor profile that's being pulled out? Is it because I'm tasting every orphan? I don't know. And a lot of orphan barrels went into this bottle. So, maybe it's just the blending thing for this specific batch, for this specific bottle.
Yeah.
But, it has different tasting notes, and we're getting a little bit more spices into it now. And now that you're empty, by all means, we're not done yet. Add some more, see if we can make it taste better. One of the Dad Dimes Dime of the Week last week was you start with the good stuff and you work your way down because by the end of it, you're still drinking and you really don't care anymore. What do you think this week's Dad Dime of the Week should be?
Ooh. I might have to think on it.
Okay.
But we'll figure something out.
I'm going to say, and tell me if I'm going a little too far out here, Dad Dime of the Week. Always be skeptical if you're getting dime bags of hot sauce from your local Taco Bell.
That is, it's usually followed up by diarrhea. So be careful.
And that's the Dad Dime of the Week. Moving on. What is a loser pick league?
Oh, yeah, it's a good week. We had a loser league. My buddy Derek invited me to.
Shout out to Derek.
DT. Who's also he's a great photographer. You can follow him on Instagram, dbrando. Amazing photographer. But he invited me to the loser league, and basically you pick one team to lose each week. If that team loses that you picked, you go on. This year we did it basically for the entire season, where your boy Big D over here went 16-2 for the win of the loser league bracket, and or the loser league, the loser pit, whatever.
Are you the biggest loser?
I'm the biggest loser. I won. I should be making bets on whatever betting apps that are out there. That's how consistent my picks were this year.
I will throw this out there. I am a Broncos fan. I've been a Broncos fan my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I would have bet a lot on them losing a lot of games because unfortunately they had a streak. That being the case, you didn't.
Not once.
Not once.
Actually, Derek picked Denver to lose to Kansas City.
That was a mistake.
And that's why he was
second loser.
Well, no, he tied with quite a few people, but he had three weeks where he picked the wrong team. He picked the Broncos to lose to Kansas City. I told him that's a dumb pick. Don't do it. The Broncos are going to win. I told you before the game.
You told me.
Broncos are going to win.
Yeah.
Broncos winning, or actually Kansas City came over here and we beat the dog shit out of them.
That happened.
But then we sucked most of the rest of the year, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Coaching issues.
Coaching issues. Offensive line issues.
Coaching issues.
Just a lot of issues.
I'm pretty sure if we're going to be rolling back prices in Walmart, it's going to be because, the Broncos are winning. Now you're going to see that prices are going up in Walmart because we have to pay for a losing team.
Yeah, we're going to be like, what the fuck is this, Target? Jesus.
All of a sudden we're shopping at Target now. What's the point? I mean, it's cleaner over there. Oh, real people of Walmart.
That was real exciting this week to be the champion.
Did you get a belt?
No, but I did get some money.
Okay. Trophy?
Bragging rights.
Okay.
Pride. I walked around all day with my head held high.
Biggest loser?
Yep.
Picker?
The best picker.
Picker of losers? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
but it was fun.
That was fun. Yeah.
All right. So for all those people out there that are going out there saying, you know what, I want to join this fantasy league and I want to see how many points I get and I want to see how good I am. No, man. Join the loser league.
Yeah. Well,
that's where it's at.
You know what it is you could follow me on DJ Twitch. And I'll just let you know who's going to win and who's going to lose.
We might actually be posting some of that stuff as we're moving forward next season on the old Dad Nams social medias, giving some good advice out there about who's the next loser.
Absolutely. Well, I got to be careful because I don't want the people in the league following my picks, So I got to be careful with that. Maybe I'll throw out some DraftKings bets or whatever, some of those.
You need to stop sending picks to people because they're starting to get a little offensive. I don't know.
I think people love my picks that I send.
Well, you keep it above the waist from now on. Finders is, it's up there, but we're getting there. Back to the whiskey. Let's see here. We're doing pretty good on time. 1 out of 5 neat. Because it is your favorite. I see it on your face.
Yeah. I'm going to say neat for this one. I'm going to give it probably a 1.5 to 1.8.
Okay.
I didn't like it neat.
I want to say it has more heat than it is labeled for its proof.
Yeah.
I did love the flavor profile after it sunk deep down into my chest. 2.2, 2.5. I'm going to go 2.5 neat.
And it could be I'm just having an off palate day where, it's just not my favorite. But yeah, I would say 1.6 for me.
Fair enough.
Not my favorite.
We're adding some ice to it. We're exfoliating the profile. We're expanding the flavor.
I normally
palette.
like exfoliating.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And what are your thoughts on that? We're gonna cool it down a little bit. We're gonna change the flavor profile. What are you feeling?
I don't know. For me, it's still giving me kind of it's definitely cooled down better with ice.
Yeah.
But it's still giving me that cringe on the back of my tongue to where I'm like, yeah. So for me, I'm gonna say it's probably 2, just a 2.
Ice brings it to a 3, and I'll also throw this out there. This price point, not so much. Price point, I
think it's $75.
Yeah, depending on 75-ish. Wouldn't spend the money for this specific bottle from this specific cask because it's hot. Mm-hmm. However, you bring the price point down just a little bit. I mean, and they have several other variations through Widow Jane, and I'm willing to try those. They might be good mixers. I could see this with a nice Coke and just enjoy the night, and it would probably take 2 of those, and my night's done because of the proof profile. And
you're old now, so you just fall asleep easy.
Well, I like the rocking chair. Yeah. I like beach time. If you're watching the socials, I enjoy being on the beach. I enjoy that the sand and the breeze. But
I mean, you did yell at me. You're like, "Wait, it's late tonight. It's 7:30.
It's getting
it's
so
past
late.
my bedtime."
And actually, it just so happens we're getting there. So as we're winding down the Dad Dimes on the Rocks, looking at the old Widow Jane, something happened last weekend Saturday, I want to assume, I believe it was Saturday, there was a concert at a venue. Someone was involved that you personally know, and we're going to get into a little bit more of these stories as we move forward. Hopefully next week, if he accepts the invite. Let's talk about Mr. Eric.
Well, his concert was on December 30th, so it was last year.
Oh.
My boy.
Yeah.
Well, I birthed him first.
Technically,
yeah. It's kind of awkward. My son went out and he had a New Year's Eve show where he opened up for MC Magic. Now you got to get into the MB Riders and Nasty Boy Clique, like back in the day. There's some
being the D.
Yeah, there's some Mexican rappers, and my son got to open up for MC Magic, and he had a show where he was able to perform several songs, I think 6 of them. The videos that I wasn't able to make it, but the videos he posted were, he had that crowd rocking, and oh man, it was wonderful. It was
off.
Absolutely.
The hook.
Eric James, by the way, is the artist.
I've heard of him before.
Yeah. He's on all your social medias, I believe, under Eric James. You can find his music on Apple, Spotify, basically everywhere you can find music, he's on.
So here's the deal. He doesn't sponsor the show, nor does Widow Jane, nor does Taco Bell, nor does the Loser Picks League. So I don't know if we're going to be...
The Loser Pick League does sponsor the show because I'm part of it.
Okay, so we're sponsoring it. But we will, for the first time in Dad M's history, give some shout-outs for free advertisement.
Free advertising.
Yeah. Eric James.
Yeah, buddy.
So you said that some of his music... what's your favorite song?
My favorite song that he's made so far, he's got quite a few songs, but one of my favorite songs that he has is called All Red.
All right, let's see if we can bring a little bit of that up. Eric James, if you're listening, this is not a copyright infringement, nor should you sue your own dad, because that's just weird.
I'll kick your ass and ground you.
Come hold me close.
Ooh.
Just let me know.
This is some real whiskey drinking music.
I know. At a jazz club. And then he starts rapping, which is... It's nice.
This is where it's at.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Damn, now I really miss this. I've been up on Insta double tapping on your pictures, looking for an image just to stare for a minute, cause I know that I've been quiet in the silence, you'll forget him. Cause I ain't tryna mess it up. I seen you got a new man, but I hope you ain't feeling stuck. Cause if you is running to my hands, girl, I show you love it. You could trust, baby, you my ride or die, my number one. But I've been on
my number one. Go check him out, Eric James.
Yep.
However, I will throw this out there. He has not double tapped on our Insta yet.
That son of a bitch.
For a different show, we'll talk about that. All right, so Dad Dimes, we are episode 6. Episode 6 is in the books. Widow Jane. If you want to try it, go out and do it. If you don't, it's probably not going to be a heartbroken kind of day. But I'll tell you, that's what we're here for. We're here to be your drinking buddies and give you a little bit of the latest and greatest on what you should and should not do. Taco Bell's getting a little shady.
Yeah.
Go listen to some Eric James. Go join a Loser Pig League next season. I'm sure they have it for all kinds of other different sports out there. And Widow Jane is in the books. Final thoughts.
Thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate the support that we've been getting. All the way from Belgium to Italy and
Milan,
yeah. Brazil.
Got some Brazil.
And then all over the United States as well. So thank you guys for your support. We appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and all that stuff on all of our socials. Means everything to us. It costs you nothing to do that for us. But it means the world to us. So if you could do that for us, we'd appreciate it. I'll give you a high five if I ever see you.
Yeah, want to go Dad Dimes on tour?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're touring. All right, next week, next Wednesday, we're going to see what we're going to be doing. Until then, it is Dad Dimes. Thank you for a good night.
Adios.